What's up, my name is TechNumber here for Troubleshoot and welcome back to another quick video. In this video, I'll show you how to port forward and open your NAT for Call of Duty Warzone 2.0. This is exactly the same as port forwarding / opening NAT for MW2, so if you've already done it for your PC, PlayStation or Xbox, well, it's already done, you can close this video here. Otherwise, if you'd like to open your NAT for Warzone 2.0, this is all you need to do. I'll be covering the PC, however, the second part applies to PC, PlayStation, and Xbox. You'll find the relevant port numbers in the description down below. First of all, for PC users, you'll want to allow Warzone 2.0 through your Windows firewall. If you have an antivirus or a separate firewall piece of software, you'll need to allow Warzone 2.0 through that instead. For most people, you'll be using the normal built-in firewall. Simply hit start and type in firewall. We will be opening Windows Defender Firewall with advanced security. Now, inside of here, head across to inbound rules on the left-hand side, and we'll simply click new rule on the far right here. When this new window pops up, select port, next, and now we have two options, TCP and UDP. In the description down below, you'll find lists of TCP and UDP ports for PC. I'll be copying the PC list into here as such. So TCP and these numbers here, next, allow, next, all three ticked, next, name, I'll call it WZ2, the name doesn't matter, finish. New rule once more, port, next, UDP, and this time we're copying the UDP list, pasting it in here, clicking next, allow, next, all three, next, WZ2, finish. Now we're going to do the exact same thing, but for the outbound rules section on the left-hand side. New rule, port, TCP, paste, next, allow, next, 3, next, WZ2, finish. New rule, port, next, UDP, paste, next, allow, next, all three, next, WZ2, and now we're done with the firewall. Of course, if you have an antivirus or third-party firewall software, you'll need to do it there as well, if not only there. If we go ahead and fire up that game now, you'll see that our NAT is still closed or limited. Now, all we need to do is port forward our router to send that specific port's traffic to our PC. Don't worry, it's incredibly simple, and I'll be showing you a very general setup just now. Please do note that the website I'm showing you, I created specifically just as an example, and it won't actually work for you. You'll need to log into your local router's settings and port forward there to your PC, Xbox, or PlayStation. Also, getting your local IP address of that device differs per device. For Windows, hold start, press R, type in CMD, and hit enter. Then inside of here, type in IP config, enter, and now look for the way you're connected to the internet. For me, I'm connected through my Ethernet adapter here, and my IPv4 address is this here, 1.20. I need to remember that as we'll be punching it into our router in just a moment. Now, you'll need to open your browser and navigate across to your router's settings page. Do keep in mind your PlayStation, Xbox, or PC's IP address, which we just found. So on this page over here, I've navigated across to my router's port forwarding section. Once again, yours will look a little bit different, but it'll pretty much be almost exactly the same. Basically, we'll type in the external port, then the same internal port, select a protocol, TCP, UDP, or sometimes both, and enter a local IP address. So let's do exactly that. On some devices, you'll be able to enter both of these at once. Do note that some TCP and UDP numbers overlap, so whenever you see them, if you have the option to select both TCP and UDP for one rule, you can do that. So the first port for TCP and UDP for PC is 3074. Because it's shared, I'll select both TCP and UDP in one rule. I'll paste in the number here, and if you're asked for a range, i.e. from one port all the way up to another port, simply just copy-paste the same number if it's only a single port we're entering. Then, the number that we mentioned earlier, mine was 1.20, whatever yours is, you can type it in. I'll click Add Now, and just like that, we've now port forwarded port 3074 to our PC, PlayStation, or Xbox. Now for the other ports remaining. 3075, this is TCP only, 4380 is UDP only, and now we need to port forward 27,000 to 2736. Usually, because these are sort of shared across TCP and UDP, I'll make it both of these here. So, in this case, 27,000 to 27036. This way, I'm port forwarding all of these directly to my PC. 1.20, add. Finally, just 27037, TCP, and now we're done. This is the setup for PC, in my case. Or in fact, we can just do it this way. One of fewer rules. Awesome. We've now port forwarded to our PC, and because we've allowed it through our firewall, our NAT type in Warzone 2.0 should now be open. Let's go ahead and test that. Because this is an example, once again, I've gone ahead and done all of this on my actual router's settings. Do note that if you have multiple routers between you and your ONT, or the way you get to the internet, you'll need to port forward from the furthest device all the way down the chain in each of the router's settings, all the way down to your PC, Xbox, or PlayStation. There we go, we're now on the main menu. I'll skip here, head across to settings at the very top, then down to account and network. As soon as you click network info, sensitive information will be shown, so if you're live streaming, don't click this. I'll click this as I can edit it out later on, but as you can see, NAT type is set to open, which is great. Right down here, your external IP address, geolocation, these are the two things you'll probably want to blur out and hide, assuming you're a streamer. Anyways, we're all set now, port forwarded and ready to go. Whatever you needed to open your NAT type for, you now are able to do it. Thank you all for watching. Mine has been Techno over here for Troubleshoot. Once again, you'll find the ports in the description down below for PC, PlayStation, and Xbox. Hopefully this video helped you, and I'll see you all next time. Ciao.